What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Smugglers Surprise. I actually tried to retrofit some white cards into it to try to help with the meta, and then I decided we're just going to go a whole different direction and see what happens. So today, it's Naya Surprise. Alright, so starting at the top, we do need mana still, so we're going to be playing some Llanowar Elves. Of course, we're going to have a full set of Smuggler Surprise, because it's one of the main reasons we're playing the deck. But then we're playing some Get Lost, and this is one of the main reasons I wanted to add white in, along with another card, but then once we had white, it kind of opened up the doors for us to play other stuff. We have a couple copies of Glimpse the Core and some Intrepid Paleontologist, because again, we need mana, but we also need something for graveyard decks. We have one Tender Wild Guide, because I had an extra slot. Lumbering World Wagons as a way to search out our land, especially if we just need to go get one of those white lands to kind of make stuff still playable and castable. Then we got to Exalted Sunborn, which actually does a little bit in this deck, which is kind of interesting, but it's also a reasonable flyer that can gain us some life later, because this deck didn't have life gain previously. Terror of the Peaks, still a good card in here, not a surprise at all. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, still a good card in this deck, not a surprise at all. But then I also wanted to add some Twin Maw Stormbrood, because we get a big dragon if we're already going to have white, but we also get a 5 damage removal spell. So made sense once we were at this to go ahead and include the Sunborn and another card. But then we have Calamity Galloping Inferno. Now, what's funny is if you actually copy a Sunborn, you get like, I don't know, 8 or 10 copies of the Sunborns, which is hilarious. So that's actually still a way to win, but also still pairs well with Terror of the Peaks, so that's always a good thing. So we have some fun stuff going here. Even with Stormbrood, it's a way to get a bunch of life if you need it. And then since we're at it, you might as well play a copy of Summon Knights of the Round. We can just hardcast this sometimes, so it's cool. But you copy it with Calamity, it's also fun because you just get a pile of dudes. So lots of fun stuff we can do in this deck with this build. But if you've been looking for an update to this deck and you like what you see in the video, don't forget at the end, we'll have a link that takes you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download this and play with it. But also, save yourself some money buying Magic cards. Go to Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on whatever you order over there. So save some money. Magic's expensive. But for now, let's go see if these updates make a difference for Smuggler's Surprise. Alright, we'll keep this one. See what we can turn this into. Start here, and if we get to keep things, I think we just go with a Lumbering World Wagon, which we do, so that's really nice. And we will get, I'm going to go ahead and take one plane just in case. Now if we get an untapped land, then you can Overlord, crew the wagon, and then kind of start doing silly stuff then. If we could be so lucky. Let's go untap land deck. Hey, we did it. Sometimes you gotta ask real nicely, but sometimes the deck also cooperates. Alright, get in there for 7, 6. Alright. Got some things happening now. And they want to kill our Overlord while we're tapped out. What's interesting here is I wonder if, given the opportunity, do we just double cast or Offspring the Wild Guide? See if they counter or not. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Let's do that. Oh, they don't have a counter. That's cute. So then we just do this. Try to attack. Oh, wow, they don't have anything. What? Seriously? Crazy. If you're wondering why I did it that way, it was to preserve the Calamity. My plan was going to be to just play the Restless Ridgeline post-combat, so if they would have killed the World Wagon, I believe they were at 14, this puts them down to 8, and then I have some number of creatures. If that doesn't work, then we go ahead and at least have a Hasty Calamity to get in for 4, and then we still have the Restless Ridgeline after the fact. So I was just kind of being more conservative with the idea of if they have a counter or removal, we still have outs to win the following turn. Ugh, I'm going to mulligan this. Alright, that's a bit better. Let's put Calamity in. One of the benefits of this deck, I will say, is that since you mulligan or search quite a bit in here, putting something on the bottom isn't the worst because there's a chance you'll shuffle it back up and be able to draw it. All right, there's a Buster Sword that I can do nothing about. I mean, at this point, we're just hoping to ramp, hit something big that matters, really. Otherwise, none of this is important. Why would you not just Buster Sword there and get me, opponent? I'm tapped out. That's your best Buster Sword opportunity. I mean, I'm doing nothing this turn anyway, so congrats, but that's what I would have done. I was going to say, just Buster Sword something. Why do you have the Buster Sword if you're not just going to get us? There you go. That guy just auto gets the sword. Fantastic. All right. Then you put something absurd into the battlefield, right? Nothing? Wow, that's crazy. That means this is going to be terrible for us because they have something that's really, really bad for us, I guess. I mean, has to be, right? I mean, I'll do the only thing we can do here, but I'm assuming they have a removal spell of some variety. I don't even think it matters what we get here at this point. Sure. All right, opponent is at 12, I guess. Two, 4, 6, 8. I mean, we'll have 9 mana. I mean, there's a lot of things we could do here, I suppose. All right, we're at 5. Opponent draws again and puts something into play, I'm assuming. Wow, they bricked twice? And they didn't have a removal spell? Something's not right here. I mean, I'm going to do the only thing we can do. But, I mean, I have to assume they have something and we're just dead here, right? Really? No. Okay. I don't think we can keep... I think if your hand doesn't have any ramp spells, you can't really keep at 7. At 6, we just kind of say, all right, fine, it's what we've got. But I think you got to be more discerning at 7. Hey, it's life gain decks. Yeah, let's just play this and pass, I guess. Valkyrie. Oh, I did not think this was going to be angels. It's good to know, though. I kind of want the option to use Smugglers Surprise if we end up not using Get Lost, though I think we will be Get Losting here. Yeah, Giada definitely needs to be hit with the Get Lost. Alright, well, we'll get you out of here. So there's no bonuses. I mean, Valkyrie gets its own bonus anyway. Yeah, you can have that. That's fine. Because that's going to be tapped regardless. So that actually works out for us in the grand scheme of things. I guess we just play this tapped. Oh, crap. If I was going to do that, I should have played the ridgeline. That was stupid. That was absolutely idiotic. The whole reason we set it there was play. I mean, granted, we're kind of far behind anyway, so we need some help. But still, don't make it any more difficult on yourself. Plains? Nope, it was a Giada. Gosh dang it. Of course, they had to have actual cards on top. And Resplendent Angel. Okay, then. I don't know what we're going to do here. So let's just do this. I mean, we had no ramp spells or anything this game, so I shouldn't expect anything. And we bricked on the Smuggler Surprise. Yeah, it would have been hard for this to be worse. And I'm assuming the removal card they've held on to, because they haven't had to remove anything else, is totally reasonable here. Yep, we just take it. I mean, don't have any real outs here, even if I blocked, truthfully. Yeah, that wasn't going to help us. That was just a bad game where we really didn't do anything. This is probably fine, I think. I mean, we could play the Wild Guide. Even if it dies, maybe we get an untapped land and we can play the Overlord. We'll see, though. This is a situation where these Exalted Sunborns might be important, though, if we can get them down. Alright, well, I'm only going to have one real opportunity to sneak those onto the battlefield, it seems. Okay, well, that could help. Don't mind that too much. No, perfect would be untap land. Untap land would be great. I don't know what the odds are of that. Here comes a Sheltered by Ghost, though. So that's going to slow things down. So what we decide to do next turn is going to be determined by what we draw here. Oh, they didn't go after our Wild Guide. Never mind. Here I was thinking, like, okay, I'll get an untapped land. Maybe we play the Sunborn. But we did not get such things, so I guess we're just going to pass. I was thinking they might get greedy and try to shelter the Pride Mate again here. They just have a second Pride Mate. That's fine. Alright. Let them go to the combat step. This should work out okay for us. Yep. So we will target the Pride Mate. Pay an extra 2. Get our 6/5 back. Block their 2/3, or 2/2, I guess it is. Alright. That buys us a little bit of time. It's not the best plan, but at least kept us from dying. We're 12. If we can get an untapped land, we're in business here, right? Because then we get to Sunborn, summon Knights of the Round, and make a bajillion tokens at instant speed would be great. If we hit that, the game's over. I say that. I guess they could have, like, weirdly a sweeper in their hand or something. Well, we did not get that, so here's what we're going to do instead. We're just going to go ahead and off this Pride Mate. And then I don't see a world where they just kill us here, so I think we just attack. Alright, now we have the mana we need for next turn, regardless of what happens. And if they come after our Overlord, we just let Overlord die here, I think. What's that last card? Yeah, we'll just let them have that. I mean, they can go to combat. I don't think we're trading here. Actually, we aren't even trading. We get to block, actually. And then we could pump up our Wild Guide, because it has the ability to put a counter on itself. And that's exactly what we'll do. Bet you didn't see that coming, opponent. Yep. Oh, we didn't get to do the thing! Oh, jeez. Can we do anything with this? I guess we have to mulligan. This is worse. Okay, great. Sure. I guess we put this into play tapped, because we're really not doing anything here. Alright, hey, good news. We can kill one of those. So that's cool. Pass a turn, I guess. Oh, there's going to be double. Double. Wow. Literally, we've only drawn land since this game has started. Oh, gosh. Some days are just like that. Sure, you have a duder, I guess. Hey, look, I got a paleontologist. That's something. Making sure as well have white mana open. Pass the turn. I assume it'll just be double slick shot, show off, get rid of our paleontologist, and see what they can do. Alright. I've seen variations of this deck going around. There's a lot of this one and the red-white version, which was kind of surprising, because I don't know if they're particularly great, but I've been seeing a lot of them. So somebody believes in them. I mean, yeah, that was to be expected. No surprises there. Sack a dude? Sure. So they're just trying to finish me off here. They're trying to do it all in one. Sure. Alright, now we get rid of one of these. Not that it matters, because we're still dead next turn. But, you know, fact of the matter. We just got to try. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we drew all lands and then a Calamity. You don't win those games. Come on. Okay. Ooh. Alright, we keep this. Though we are risking, if the Llanowar Elf dies, we're going to be a turn behind where we would be. Because otherwise, we just play this and we guarantee we could play a Glimpse the Core on 2. Okay, we got lucky. We'll take it. Go ahead and cast Glimpse the Core. Go get a forest, because that's all we can get. Alright. Emberheart Challenger. You got it. Alright, I think because they're playing that deck, we go here. And then, even if they play like Shelter or something, we have a get loss later, so that's fine. Putrefy. Petrify. I was going to say Putrefy just destroys it. Petrify. Alright, well that's a thing that happened. Weird? Not gonna lie. So if we do this, we get in for 6, 12, 14. I think I'm just gonna do this and play it safe for one more turn. Just to make sure nothing crazy happens here. So let's go ahead and just get the planes, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. I could attack for one, but I'm just going to pass in case I have, like, hasty things here or something. But we could still use the Overlord. Can't attack or blocks. Activated abilities can't. That's fine. So we can still use Overlord to... Screw that. This is where we attempt to kill this. If they have something to save it, that's fine. Okay, they don't. Excellent. Are we good? Though now they have access to get loss. At least we know the get loss is there. That's kind of important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana we have available next turn. Ooh, let's find... it doesn't matter, though, because they have that out. Alright. Oh, we got there. I mean, I guess they could have another one, but let's find out. I was just thinking, like, what if we draw the Exalted Sunborn? That would be awesome. How you want to go about business, opponent? This is your call. Are you just going to kill our Calamity? Is that what's about to happen? Come on, don't kill it. Oh, we get it. Here we go. 1 billion 4/5s incoming. There you go. 10 to be exact is the number. Yep, that'll do it. little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news with this one. We do have ramp stuff. We don't have any of our big things, but we do also have all of our colors. So can't be too upset at this hand, really. I mean, we could, but it'd just be being greedy at that point. Let's see what we can do, though. Saboteur. Okay, sure, fair enough. Now, this is interesting because we're going to take at least 4 if we tap out for the World Wagon. I don't know if we can afford to take damage here is the problem. So I think what I'm going to do is just this. And go get, I guess, a mountain. We unfortunately drew 3 of the 4, so we only have 1 left to go get if we draw a Glimpse the Core. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. They have blue mana. And green mana, actually. What is this? I thought this was going to be some type of mono black aggro deck. That's not what this is at all. Alright, I get a 2/2 Llanowar Elf now. So that's nice. If I'm not just dead in a couple turns. This, however, does not help our cause. This actually makes us very sad. Yeah, I guess I need to play one of these so I at least have access to white mana. And then I guess I'm supposed to attack for 2. If they flash something in and get us, they get us, I guess. The fun thing here, though, is if they actually just keep putting counters on our creatures, ultimately, I will be able to use those to crew the World Wagon. Flood Pits Drowner, sure. Why not? You got it. Well, I won't be using those to crew a World Wagon after all. Very sad for us. I assume this is where we see the Enduring Curiosity. And you put the counter on the tapped one, obviously. No Enduring Curiosity. Alright, I guess we'll go here. I mean, because why not? Just save ourselves some damage. I mean, I already took the 2 from the land. I don't need to take 4 from that guy. Alright. We got to draw something big here. Well, that was fortunate that we weren't holding one of them. And a Siren. Alright. And a whole pile of maps. So we could be in trouble if we don't draw something here. That's not going to help us at all. Alright, what do we got? Paleontologist. I mean, you're not terrible. You at least do something here. I mean, here's the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assuming these all get to untap. I'm going to search for a land and land in hand. If I were to draw a Smuggler Surprise, I could just pay the full value. So there is that. So we might as well just go for it. And just say, if you get us, you know, you have the Curiosity or whatever, we just die and that's fine. Alright. I mean, it's kind of the only thing we can do to apply pressure there. I'm assuming they're just going to get rid of our World Wagon, though. Actually, if they would have activated their... No, that's not enough. That would have been, what, 9 possibly? Yep, you can get some big old creatures here. They're going to get rid of our World Wagon, sure. Not a huge surprise. Still in the same situation. Like, if we don't draw anything big, we're just dead. So, meh. Guess they're going to sack and draw here. Nope, they just wanted to turn that on. Interesting. Kind of surprised they didn't do that pre-combat. But, okay. I mean, not like it matters. We've pretty much just drawn bricks here anyway. There's a dragon, but it might be too little too late. We know it's on top of their library, so we can't even effectively block anything in the air. I mean, really, I guess we could do this. I mean, what are we hoping to do here? I'd have to at least block 2 things on the ground. Ugh. And they're going to gain 4 in the process? That sucks. Alright, I guess we're just attacking with this. I mean, we know what one of the cards in their hand is. Though they can get something back here, though, right? They could discard... Oh, well, yeah, then that's bad anyway. They just get... discard a card and get back nowhere to run. Then they just double run down? Yeah. So then we're priced into not just getting the Smugglers Surprise. We also have to hit on the surprise. Man, this draw was not very good for us. Yeah, I assume that was going to be one of them. Probably target the... Oh, no, not targeting the Terror. Interesting. Oh, now you have the minus... No, they're just going to Mockingbird to copy something. Oh, fair. That makes sense. Sure. Now, here's what's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I think... Oh, no, if I block, though, which I have to. That sucks. Like, there was a world where if I'd have drawn the Knights of the Round, we'd be able to pick off all their stuff here. But that's not going to be the case. Because I think I'm going to be 1 mana short. That sucks. Alright, well, here's hoping. We got to hit something good. Man, that's... Actually, you know what? Oh, but if I tap everything, I just die to their creature land. That sucks. Oh, it's like just a turn too late. Yep. Because the best I could do is I could play this, shoot the opponents, they go to 11. I could crew with this, kill one of the block, or the only blocker, and then they would take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they'd be at 3. Oh, no, no. Oh, I'm going to be 1 damage short. That sucks. I don't think I can kill them. I'm literally just short. Man, that was close, though. I think I am going to come up just short here, y'all. Because one of these can shoot that. Because I have to get the blocker out of the way. The other can shoot them. But I'm going to be 1 point short. Damn. Sucks. Alright, GG's. Man, if I just wouldn't have drawn dead in those middle turns. We're going to keep this. And we're just going to hope that paleontologists somehow survive. If not, we have 2 turns to draw an untapped land for this guy. Not ideal, but, you know, we'll see. Paleontologist, dead. Yep. I kind of don't mind, though, because opponents spend a lot of time trying to keep us off mana. And ultimately, it's like, okay, well, we have all this other ramp stuff. Here they come. And then they usually don't have answers for our actual big creatures, which is fantastic. And while I do believe... Well, I don't know. I was about to say, while I do believe this is a type of deck that could just be Esper Control and just playing like Day of Judgment, it's tempting to want to just play this outright as opposed to just play this guy. But I guess if we have 5 untapped, I could just go ahead and just play Sunborn next turn or just attack with this. Yeah, I guess it's fine. If you Day of Judgment, you Day of Judgment, I guess. Such is life. Okay, they didn't have it. It's a tap land. So we get at least 1 turn to try to be silly. You don't like drawing that, though. I obviously don't want to put my land at risk here, so I think this is just what we're doing. Gonna counter it. Or they could kill the Overlord, I guess, so we don't have anything great to do with it. Either way, I'm not gonna saddle. I'm just gonna attack here. Because at least one of these connects, whereas if I saddle and they have a spot removal card, I don't get anything. Okay, opponent's at 10. That's not terrible. I'll probably lose all my creatures here, but that's fine. Yeah, I assumed as much. That's okay. All right. We have 2. We have 3 of 7. Man, if I had both of these, that would be huge. I guess we just go with this for now. Wish I had one more mana. We could have just won there. Just Sunborn into Calamity and boom. Though if they are playing Day of Judgments and we somehow get this to stick, the 3/3 doesn't die because it's indestructible. So there is that. All right, come on. Untap land. Come on, deck. Ah! You had the opportunity and you blew it. You blew it. Okay, what do I want to do here? I could... No, because I need 5 for this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess I could still do this? All right, that's something. All right. At least put pressure on them to have to worry about everything. All right, Biza, I see you. Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, boy. What do we do here? Do we just try to go for... There's no way this would resolve, right? They're playing that type of deck. Yeah, let's just pass. I think that's silly. I don't know if we're going to get a better opportunity, but I'd rather try during their end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, really? They're just going to... Oh, we're going to get there. All right, sure. You melt half my library, I guess. All right. I guess unless they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess as long as we don't get greedy here, they can't even spell snare us. Sure. All right. Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. Take our turn. Go ahead and get in with all this. Here comes the team. Gotta love it. That's so many. Yep, that's going to do it. Way more than enough. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah, I was kind of wondering how we were going to get that through. I was honestly thinking we may have to just try to use Smugglers Surprise during their end step, and if they counter it, then we just do something simple where we just go ahead and either just play the Knights or just play Calamity, saddle, attack, get in, put them to like 3, and then try to kill them with the land later. But that was great. We got an opening and we're able to take it. All right, we can keep this. Also, how many y'all play board games? I just played Finspan for the first time. There's like Wingspan and then there's Finspan. It's like the same game but with fish. I say it's same style of game. It's definitely not the same. There's some different rules, but it was fun. Played it for the first time. Really enjoyed it. All right, Doll Maker Shop. I see you. What are the odds they have something with haste that we're worried about? I'm willing to take 2 here, actually. Just so I can potentially block something if we want. Also, do I want another green mana here? I kind of do, just in case. No attacks. So we have 5 mana next turn. If we can get 6, we just get to go off here. If we get an untap... Oh, we didn't. If we'd have got it there, oh, we'd have been in the money. Okay, what's the best thing to do here? Probably kill the Cosmic Grand Zenith. I was like, what's the best thing to do? It's obvious what the best thing to do here is. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to try to set up lethal next turn. The surprise lethal that they never see coming. And if they have another Cosmogrand, they're going to likely try to play Cosmogrand something to make tokens. Oh, they left mana up. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not going to lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if we had a 7th, then we could at least protect our creatures. I think as it is, I'm going to wait till they commit to something, and I'm just going to pass here. If they decide they just want to kill our paleontologist, I guess we'll have to act, but... Oh, that's all they had was a battle menu? No. I thought they had something... I mean, I guess they could have killed something with that, actually, right? Yeah, destroy creature with power 4 or greater. Okay, excellent. These interplay already tapped and attacking, so that's fine. And if we do it during their instep, no penalty. Fantastic. We're golden. We're golden. Opponent doesn't even know it. We're about to wreck their world. Here we go. Get that in for 6. Play some things. Get some blockers. Oh, we don't even get blockers. What am I doing? I forgot. They just played the Authority of the Consuls. Not that it matters. We get to win on our turn anyway. So, minor misstep, but not one that's going to punish us. Yeah, we just attack. Here comes giant horde of flyers. I believe we counted 10 was the way the math works out. Yeah, gain all the life you want. It's not nearly enough. You're trading 1s for 4s. Yeah, it's 40 plus. Gotta love it. One-shot kills with flying angel tokens is awesome. Man, that's cool. Alright, let's keep it. I mean, we have a Smuggler Surprise that we can just cast to search. Alright, well. Seeing a fair amount of blue-white these days, too. That's starting to pop up. Yep, and they just want to counter everything. But that's okay. We're not mad about it, let me tell you. Alright, pass a turn. They're going to probably consult the stars or whatever. Yep, that's what I thought. Actually, you know what? Let's let that resolve. I was going to do this, but I'm like, I'll try it during their end step if they have something cool. We'll go ahead and do this. And I'd imagine they're going to be pretty trigger happy on the counters if they have it. Because usually when you see somebody doing this, they're just digging for lands. Okay, they're going to let us. Fair enough. I guess we just take both of these, right? Because we can cast them both. This is kind of a why not sort of situation. I guess you get to counter this. I mean, they can always destroy it too, so there is that. Alright, yeah. More card hunting for them? No. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's fine. I assume something like that would happen, so that's okay. So now we start getting into the weird space of when do we try to Smuggler Surprise, right? I don't know what the right answer is here. I think we just go for it. They have a counter, they have a counter, it's fine. I mean, there's always the world where we just draw Calamity off the top, too. What would you have here? Probably nothing relevant. I'm gonna attack. I mean, it could be like Elspeth Smite or something, but we now have enough mana, so we're not that worried about it. Alright, Board Sweeper. You gotta have some over there, right? As the control deck. When we've done no real damage either at this point. So that's the other tough part. Okay, another exercise. That's whatever. That is fine. Alright, we still didn't find what we're looking for. So that's unfortunate. I think we just attack. And then I am going to pay 2 and end the turn. Just so we can, in theory, pay to make these indestructible, you know, whatever. All right, so we're going to try 1 now. Now, I have zero doubts that this is going to get countered. Because if I were them, I would have definitely saved for something more significant. Excellent. Makes sense. So now, we just have to find a Calamity. And we just win, right? So we got ourselves the opportunity. It's just now, can we stick the landing? No clue if we can or not. We apparently cannot. That's unfortunate. So here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to attack. Get in for 6. We're going to play this. Pass the turn. I don't really want to put out Sunborn or Terror here. I just don't think we have to. And we can at least apply moderate pressure with what we have going on. Alright, that's reasonable. Alright. Stock up. Sure. Now, it's arguable. They're probably going to find a counter here. I probably should have just went for Smugglers Surprise there and paid the extra, but I don't actually have it, so that was a little bit of a mistake on my part by even playing the Llanowar Elf. Wasn't even thinking they'd just draw into a stock up or whatever there. Alright, well, they do have counter mana. Visa. So that gets them. They have 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 2, 4, 5. So they just get to draw a card here. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this just in case they don't have Spell Snare. It's just one less thing. I mean, I guess they could have it, but this is like if you do, you do sort of a thing. Oh, I guess I should have waited and they wouldn't have got the tokens. That was silly. Not that it matters much here. Alright, cool. Yeah, so that feels weird. I think the control deck should be more difficult matchups than they are, but somehow we beat a couple of them today. I don't know what that means, honestly. It's a little weird, but take it for what it is, I guess. Yeah, this was a weird one because I played a lot of different test versions, and through all the versions, I believe we were 17 and 12, so... You know, not bad, not bad. Pretty good overall. Yeah, that being said, I think if you like playing these types of decks, sure, go for it. But I wouldn't go out of my way and spend a bunch of resources to build it. I don't think it's that level of good. It is a lot of fun, though. The interesting thing is you kind of have to be patient. Or I say that, but you almost have to understand where you can go for it and where you need to hold back. If anything, I'm a little disappointed by the White Dragon being in the deck. I thought it was going to do a bit more, but there were also times we won because we had that extra 5 damage. So, I guess make of that what you will. There's other options, though, like Vaultborn Tyrant, if you wanted to put that in here. Maybe even Bahamut, if you want to play that. So, there's a lot of choices. If you're missing anything else that you can sub in, other just big creature, rare, mythic that you have that makes sense. But you want it to be something that either gets rid of something, draws cards, or gains life. If it doesn't do those things, they're probably not worth putting into the deck. Because everything else is pretty much covered with the way the deck is built now. But yeah, this was a fun one. Cool upgrade. Is it significantly better than the other versions of Surprise? I think so, just because the white at least brings other things to the table that you can't get in just red and green. But hey, you can play it for yourself. There'll be a link in the description. Go over to Moxfield, all the good stuff. Save money on your Magic. Go to Tales of Adventure. Use my code. It's awesome. And if you want to be part of our other videos, be sure to become a member down below. Otherwise, just keep supporting the channel for free by watching a video because it's always free and it always helps. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.